This is a little bit of a shift. We're actually going to stop and look at something that's not an emerging issue or a high level of issue in terms of regulatory or enforcement activity by ASIC. We're going to look at a particular sector, so that's banking, and we're going to have a look at the issue from the lens of consumers, stopping and looking at a trend that's been so profound and so fast, and that's our collective shift to using digital, both at point of sale, so for payments, but also for our day-to-day transactional issues. So we're looking at branches and communities, and we're looking at all sorts of issues in that space.
In terms of the demographic trends, this is a big issue, I just want to say, in terms of the transformation of our economy, our payment system, the types of services that are being provided. It's driving a lot of productivity and a lot of innovation, but it's impacting people differently. And one of the lenses that I certainly look at is, well, who's vulnerable in this? We can see there's huge advantages at play. There's obviously businesses are really benefiting, and there's a lot of productivity gains, but who's at risk here?
There are groups of people who don't have a luxury of choice of banking online or using digital payments. So people who are digitally illiterate or excluded, like what Angela's gone through, people living very remotely, victim survivors of family violence. So in essence, there are groups of people for whom digitisation of money and payments is leaving them behind, entrenching their vulnerability, and that's what we see on our front lines. It's entrenching their reliance on others.
I totally accept, and notwithstanding the dramatic shift in terms of customer preferences, there'll always be a requirement for physical representation and the ability to, certainly in any foreseeable future, cash will diminish, but it'll still be a relevant payment mechanism.